Consumer inflation has risen lower than expected. Stats South Africa says inflation accelerated by 0.1 of a percentage point to 4.7% year-on-year in June. This from 4.6% year-on-year in May. Analysts had expected it to hit 5%. The Reserve Bank Monetary Policy Committee will use that inflation data to help make its decision on interest rates tomorrow afternoon.
The food and non-alcoholic beverages index decreased, but this trend is not expected to continue. It was a surprise as food prices have been going up as a result of the drought in some parts of the country. The drought is likely to increase farmers' input costs, feeding into food price increases later in the year.
One of the main reasons why the CPI inflation rate for June came in lower than expected was due to the fact that food prices didn't increase as we expected them to. We've been expecting that the food inflation rate would increase in lagged response to earlier rises that we saw in food commodity prices due to drought conditions earlier in the year.
Even though June recorded a slight increase, it's expected inflation will rise to breach the targeted 3 to 6% before December. The weak rand, the uncertainty in the oil price, and possibility of electricity and food price increases pose upside risks in inflation.
We anticipate that inflation will move up fairly steeply over the coming months, and towards year end, by December, we anticipate that it will reach about 6%. The reason for this is that we've had pretty substantial increases in terms of municipal tariffs, water and electricity, and then also we anticipate that fuel inflation will move up. It's still negative at the moment, but it's likely to move up into positive territory in the second half of this year on base effects and also higher petrol prices.
Economists are divided on the impact of the inflation figures on the Reserve Bank's interest rate decision tomorrow. Some believe a hike of 2.5 basis points is on the cards, while others believe the earliest increase in the lending rate will be around September. Duresta Fakomosi, SABC News, Johannesburg.